Hey, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Coaching Corner with me, Jamila, aka the IEP Coach. You guys know I love Tuesdays because we go live every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, welcome. I'm looking up because I'm going live on my Instagram. And thank you all for tuning in wherever you are in the world. Thank you. Let me hold up. Move this a little forward for myself. Actually, move my light over. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Much better. Okay, so going live on IG. If you see me look to my right, not up, I'm going live on my IG. So welcome everyone. So as always, share this live out with as many people as possible. And as I'm telling you to share it out, I'm sharing it out with people as well. So share it out with as many people as possible. And if you are new to the IEP Coach, welcome. We go live every Tuesday talking about all things special education because that's just our specialty. That's what we do. That is just what we do. So welcome. Feel free to let me know where you are in the world in the comments. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will be sure to answer them after the live. So it is about that time, teachers. I know you don't want to hear it. I know, but it's about that time to go back to school, go back to the classroom. You've seen the commercials. You know when they start airing, and sometimes they air the commercials too early. Sometimes they air those commercials way too early, and it's like, come on now, it's still summer for us. Don't show the commercials yet. Don't show the commercials yet. But yes, they show the commercials early. Hey, Jersey is in the building. Hey, Jersey. Yes, they show those commercials way too early. So today I made a reel about it, and I made a little funny reel about it. I joked about it, and I had the audio. Oh Lord, I can't do it. Ask somebody else to go back to the class. Go back to my classroom. So yes, listen, they're airing those commercials, but the commercials are out there. They talking about some get your going back to school sales. Yes, she said yes, too early. They already got the back to school sales. Amazon got their commercial out. Macy's got their get your back to school gear together. Hey, I know some of you are already back at school. Some of you got a couple more weeks before you have to go back for, the in-service, the PD. The PD they have us, you know how the PD they have you in and they keep you in the PD and then they say, okay, go ahead and fix your classroom. You only got like a day to fix your classroom when really you needed those 3 days or all that week to straighten up your classroom. But they want to have you in PD every single day. Then they want you to rush and put your classroom together. Yeah, it's about that time again, y'all. It's about that time. Hello. Oh, thank you. All right. So, okay. So, yes, today's live. Hello. So, today's live was in regards to going back to school. It's that time. Listen, it's that time. Okay. So, and hello everyone on IG. Hello everyone on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. You guys know I love talking to you guys. So since it's back to school time, we're gonna focus about going back to school and how you can be best prepared for going back to school. Okay. So I made a reel about just some tips. It was about 10 tips of things you need to do so that way you can be best prepared going back to school. Okay. So although I did 10, I'm not going to focus on all 10. I'm going to focus on five in particular, five of the tips in particular, because I feel like they are extremely important. Okay. So this was tip number 10, but I'm moving it up to number 1. Teachers, please make sure you take care of yourself. Continue with your self-care. That could be leaving school when the kids leave school. That could be leaving your work at work. You're doing as much as you can at work, and then you go home, you could just go home to be with yourself, your family, your spouse, your partner, whoever. It could be going to counseling. It could be planning your fun. It could be making sure you go to the spa 2 times a month, making sure you go to the gym regularly. Whatever your self-care is, it could be sitting on a couch watching your favorite show, your favorite movie, or whatever. Just make sure you definitely continue with your self-care. Don't forget about yourself as this school year starts, okay? Because as teachers, it can happen so quick. You forget about you. You stop focusing on yourself because you're always focusing on your students and everyone else. Do not do that, okay? Stay focused on making sure you take care of yourself so that way you don't get sick and you don't get burnt out, okay? You definitely need to be organized. If you're a Sped teacher, a general ed teacher, a support teacher, a related service provider, whatever your role is in the school, if you are not organized, you will drown. And that is the ultimate truth. You have to be organized. You have to figure out what systems work for you and work for your classroom or in your office, whatever works for you. Figure out what it is and do it consistently. For me, when I was in a classroom, I had a binder system for my caseload. So each kid on my caseload had their own binder. It had their IEP at a glance in there. It had their schedule in there. It had a parent communication document in there. So anytime I made a phone call, I grabbed their binder. So that way all of it was in there in one spot pertaining to that kid, and their progress monitoring was in that binder. So when I would go to the IEP meeting, I grabbed their binder because everything in that binder pertained to them. And it was easy for me to keep that organized. That's me. When it came to technology, I use Google everything. I use Google Sheets to help me do progress monitoring, Google Docs because it automatically saves the information. And I use Google Docs in the classroom because, again, it automatically saves the information for the students. So I use Google Sheets, I use Google Docs, I use Google everything. That's me. That's how I stay organized. Hey, whatever works for you, just make sure you figure out what that is and be consistent with it. Because if you're not consistent, you will get overwhelmed and you will drown. Okay? And this applies to general ed teachers too. Get your organization systems. You may have, whether you're gen ed or a special education teacher, you may have on your desk those organization bins. Figure out what do you need access to every day. Figure out what that is and make sure that is on your desk always. You may want to put IEP at a glances on your desk and a binder, gen ed teacher, so that way you always have access to it and you can just get to it easy. Okay. Next one, make sure you are prepared. Make sure your lessons are fully fleshed out. You have everything you need. Make sure you have everything copied, all your materials, all that. You want to make sure you are prepared so that way you don't waste no time trying to get yourself prepared for your lesson or for the day or for any meetings. Okay? You definitely don't want to be rushing to get anything for a meeting or a lesson because then the kids are going to be looking at you like, you ain't prepared, Miss Fisher? Like, what's up? Oh, and intentional integration said I was a bin girl. Oh, she loved the bins. So yes, I know you was at Family Dollar Store getting all the cute bins. I was a bin person for materials, crayons, markers, pens, pencils. I had a bin for all the materials I needed in a classroom. That's what I had the bins for. But yeah, bins are a great tool to use to keep you organized. Okay, so definitely make sure you can use the bins to help you stay prepared. Like I also use bins for like my copies, like the copies I was going to have throughout the week. I laid them right on out in different bins. They were right there on the table. I also had, she said, yup, and binders, and binders were in bins. I also had you know how they have the hanging file folders? I had that hanging up on the wall, and then I had the days of the week on there, and whatever work I did for that day was in that bin. So was in that file folder. So if anybody was absent on Monday, they would go to the Monday folder, take out whatever they did not do, whatever they missed, so that way they could easily complete it. And then I had a bin. Before I did that, I had a bin that had all my students' name on it, and I would put their missed work inside their folder so that way they could easily go in there. But then I was like, I don't want the bin. I did the hanging file folder that was just easy to do in the classroom. All right, you want to make sure you establish your routines. You will have students that have special needs in your classroom. Whether you're a special teacher, art, music, your whatever type of teacher, gen ed special, you're going to have students that have IEPs in your room and have needs, and even students that don't have an IEP. But having a consistent routine helps a lot of these students. They thrive off of a consistent schedule, a consistent routine. Whatever your routine is, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to follow. And they will tell you, like, Miss Bashir, you didn't do XYZ. Like, those kids will tell you if you missed something in the routine or in the schedule, or you didn't do something. They're going to let you know. So make sure you have a consistent schedule, consistent routines, and make sure you model what the routines are. At the beginning of the year, that was something I did a lot. Modeled everything. I modeled how you came in the classroom, how you leave the classroom when the bell rings, how you put your work, how you put your homework in the homework bin, how do you have to go and check the bin every day, go to the check-in board. I modeled how you fill out the check-in board. I modeled every single thing in my classroom. Everybody got a checklist. It was already on their desk when they came in, and it's the same checklist was on the board, because sometimes it is hard for some students to keep looking up, then looking down. They're looking up and looking at their work. So I had checklists, and they had to check off everything they did. I was like a checklist queen, and they were laminated too. I got them laminated, and please, that's another thing. Get things laminated. You'll save a lot of stuff. You don't got to keep copying stuff every single year, because you got to laminate it, and it'll save it. Okay? All right. So also, I said establish routines, and then also you want to make sure that if your school is not getting you the PD that you need, invest in the PD for yourself. And PD, and when I say PD, I mean professional development. If your school is not providing you with the training and the professional development that you need pertaining to you, invest in it. Invest in it. Okay? Don't be afraid to invest in yourself and invest in PD for yourself. And then ask them, listen, or even, hey, you found a PD that your school is not offering, take it to your principal. Excuse me, can you pay for me to go to this PD, please? Can you pay for me to go? Or, okay, if I pay for it, can you reimburse me? Don't be afraid to ask your principals for that. And a quick little thing for me, tell your principal about me. Send them my page. Send them this page. Because we'll come to your school, we'll coach you, and we'll do PD as well. Okay, that's what we do. We're in the business of adding value to your life, so that way you can show up stronger in the classroom, and it benefits the students because you're stronger. You're showing up stronger in the classroom, and it's going to trickle down to your students. Okay, it's a win-win. So definitely let your principals know about us at the IEP Coach LLC. Okay, so. Oh, intentional integration set. Right, exactly. Don't be afraid to invest in PD if your school does not offer it. Okay? Like I said, you can go to them, show them the PD that you're interested in going to. I remember last year for my L teacher, because we didn't really have a lot of L trainings at all for our teacher, and one of the consultants that I know who specializes in English language learners and teachers and all that, and strategies and all of that, and instruction, she was having a coaching program. I think it was a coaching program where she was doing professional development. And I showed my principal, I'm like, we need to get this for, I'm supposed to say her name is Miss Smith. We need to get this for Miss Smith. There is no L trainings in this network. We don't have it. And he actually, he paid for it. He paid for her to do that. So don't be afraid to let your principals know about any professional development or even any coaching that will help you in your professional development. Okay, so don't be afraid to take that to your principals. All right. Okay, so I went through those tips. Thank you all for coming in. Also, just so you don't forget, the autism play day It's going to be August 12th in Philadelphia at Smith Playground. It's going to be from 12 to 4 p.m. It's a free event. It's going to be all types of vendors there, all types of presenters, to just educate you more about autism and sensory overload, and then just learn more about autism and how to best support our students and our children that have autism. So click the link in my bio. The link, you can, if you're watching this, you can take out your phone and you can, where is it? There we go. You can take out your phone and scan a QR code. It takes you directly to the link tree. I'm also going to drop the link tree in the comments. If you're on Instagram, just click the link in the bio and it will take you right to the registration link. It's free. It is free 99, okay? So make sure you're there. I will be there. The IEP coach will be in the building. We're going to be vending because of her. And please definitely come up to the table so I can meet you all. Some of you guys I met in person, from not just following me, but also, being here, seeing you in person is just even better, all right? And also, we dropped something special that we're working on. We're in a process of getting the launch together, but Speducators Rise is going to be our coaching program. It's specifically designed for special education teachers. We are inclusive of general education teachers, but there is not a lot of programs and just coaching centered directly tailored for special education teachers. Okay, so we are so excited about launching this coaching program. It's something I wish I had when I was in the classroom, because I had a coach, but she barely was able to see me because she had to go to other teachers in the district, and my district was big. I was teaching in Philly. The district is kind of big. It's a lot of schools, so I really didn't get a lot of coaching that would have kept me from making certain mistakes. It was a lot of trial and error and me learning things on my own, but I always wished I had like a coach to really coach me through how to do IEP meetings, how to properly progress monitor, how do I handle difficult parents, learning more about special education laws and regulations, how to properly co-teach in the classroom. Like it's just so many things. I just wish I had a coach. And the fact that we are creating this program, I am super excited because it's just going to add so much value to you, like just as a professional and as a person, having the confidence that you know what you're doing, and you have the support with being with leading your IEP meetings, being able to support these parents and support your students. So that way you don't get caught up in no litigation, because getting caught up in litigation, it is not fun at all. It's terrible. Okay, so I can't wait till we launch this program. Again, don't forget, right now you can join our wait list, so that way you will be the first to know when the coaching program opens. Yes, so much value. Speducators Rise is a game changer. It definitely is. And you can click the link in our bio for the wait list. So that way you'll be the first to know when the program opens. Again, I'm going to drop the link in the comments. If you're on Instagram, click the link in our bio. If you're tuning in, you can open up your phone and scan the QR code. It takes you right to our link tree that has the link for the wait list. All right. And don't forget, Autism Playday is August the 12th from 12 to 4 p.m. at Smith Playground in Philadelphia. Make sure you are there because the IEP coach will definitely be there. Thank you all so much. We will see you next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay cool. I know it's hot. It is hot. It's sweltering. I thought I was going to melt when I was outside. It is hot, but stay cool, stay hydrated, and we will see you all next week. Stay safe. Bye. See you guys.